My grandparents have a cool hobby. Since 1977, they have been locating where the group of 7 artists sat to bring Canada's landscapes to life. The landscapes showcased by the group of 7 were often remote, accessible only by paddling or hiking. Every summer since I was little, my grandparents would take my family camping in Ontario's deep backcountry to find another painting location. Now, others have taken up their hobby as well. But there's only one story of how it all began. And I've heard this story many times, but I wondered if they would ever like to relive this adventure again. So when they were 80 years old and 45 years after their first discovery, I asked them, "Mama, Papa, have you ever thought about returning to where it all started?"
Wouldn't it be nice to go back?
Yeah, I'd really like to, but can't we do it?
Well, I can.
It's a lot of paddling. The portages are very long and uphill, both ways.
Yes, but we have a lighter canoe now.
And with that, it was settled. In September of 2022, they started the journey back to their very first ever group of 7 painting location. The round-trip adventure in the La Cloche Mountains would include 28 kilometers of paddling and over 7 kilometers of portaging. Their voyage would pass at least 70 painting locations that they have documented since their first discovery.
When we came here 47 years ago.
Yeah, well, we came in here and it wasn't even part of the park.
No, when we camped out that way, we went up over that top and then down around and up that way. We've gone in from the west, but I've never gone in by stopping right there, going up onto the ridge and continuing on up. When I came in the very first time to Nelly Lake, I portaged all the way up this portage.
The path is nice and open.
There it is. Yeah.
How far down?
So we're going to go down the pathway and then cross over the creek, but where you cross over, I don't know, but we'll have to see. But what we'd like to do is go up any of those little streams. But one of those streams actually has a pretty vertical piece in it. It really makes it very difficult to go up. This looks good. There's the rock faces again. Isn't that something? We did it again. This is A.Y. Jackson's Hills, Killarney, Nellie Lake. It's the very first place that we ever found. And now it's just a fiddling around to find out where he actually was.
Can you see? Yeah. Can you see this bump right here with a tree behind it? But then this comes across, and there's a little rock in there.
Yeah, of course, Jackson, once he did a very careful sketch, but then when he was in his studio,
okay. Right? Fancy it up a little.
Sue is a traditional rug hooker, and 45 years ago she had to reproduce some work of art as a traditional rug hooking, and she chose this painting, Hills, Killarney, Nellie Lake by A.Y. Jackson. At that time, Killarney Provincial Park was very new. She noticed that on the map of the park there actually was a Nellie Lake, and so she persuaded me to pack up our kids and our canoe and our tent and come up to this place and see what it actually looked like. And so we did, and when we found it, got all excited and took a picture of it. So we went to the MacMichael Gallery. While we were there, we showed them what we had done, and we said, where were the rest of the paintings done? And they said, they don't know. So Sue and I have spent the last 45 years trying to find as many of these painting sites that we could. From the painting, we could make up a pretend map, and then I went and looked at real maps to see how the topology worked out and see if I could match my imaginary map to the real map. And when we did, we thought, well, we'll go to that place, and in the next summer we would paddle that spot and see if it was the spot that I wanted. Most of the time it was, but a lot of the time it wasn't. But once we found one of these places, we could often find lots of them. For example, the place right down there also was included in a painting. And the painters went together in groups often, so you might find a painting by one of the artists, and then somewhat later find one by another one.
This rock is so flat, it's just gorgeous. We call it table rock.
I got something else. I'm going to show you over there, Sue. Looks just like bent pine. There's the shoals in the water, and then those hills in the background over there. There's that beautiful tree.
The rocks.
Right?
Rocks in the water.
All the islands match up. There's that point there. There's that other island over there. And then that point over there where we're going to go later. We're going to climb up that hill. Right up to there. That's where Carmichael was. Right up on top of that hill there.
And then this little guy here is this little dead bit that's left. Well, the top has fallen off. It's down there.
Well, part of it, yeah, but this part of the top's still there, right? And
yeah.
See, there's the islands right there.
Right behind it.
The shoals, yeah, right behind it. And he's got these swirls in the rock. Everything else just lines up perfectly.
Yep.
Still there.
I don't know why all the little rocks are around it, but...
How many times have you been here?
Woohoo!
It looks exactly the way it did when Carmichael was here. I'd forgotten all about this, but we went and marked on here all the places we walked.
Okay. Oh,
and that's where I started putting these X's on, when we found places that the painter had painted. But right now, we came up this trail here, and we're sitting right up there, right near the top of this hill, and right down there, of course, is the rock. It is still there.
That's the painting that Carmichael was painting at the time.
Yeah, all the
Shows
hills.
the notch.
Yeah, there's the notch. You see the two hills in the distance there, through the notch.
Yeah.
The one on the right isn't quite as high as he shows,
yeah.
but then you can count every one of them, including that big one over there.
I told you that my grandparents had a cool hobby of following in the footsteps of the group of 7. There's only one story of how it all started, and I'm proud of them for reliving that adventure and discovery.
Wasn't that fun?
That was lovely. Yeah,
Yeah, it was great fun.
Time.
We did
can
it.
do that.
One day, I hope to follow in their footsteps.